South Korea is packed with small, everyday touches so clever that visitors keep stopping in their tracks and thinking, that's genius. These aren't futuristic gadgets locked in a lab, but ordinary features of daily life that quietly make everything smoother, warmer, and more convenient. From how you order food to how much you trust the strangers around you, Korea has solved dozens of little frictions the rest of the world still puts up with. So here are 18 genius Korean things that will absolutely blow your mind. None of them are futuristic gadgets locked in a lab, just ordinary features of daily life that quietly remove friction. That is exactly what makes them so striking once you notice them. It is the sort of small, humane touch the rest of the world still somehow lives without. First up are the call buttons on restaurant tables. Instead of trying to catch a busy server's eye or waving awkwardly, you press a little button and someone comes when you're actually ready. It puts you in control of the meal and makes service smoother for everyone. It puts you fully in control of the meal and makes service smoother for staff and diners alike. No more waving awkwardly or trying to catch a busy server's eye. Once you have experienced it, its absence anywhere else feels genuinely baffling. Then there's the free, unlimited banchan and self-serve water. Sit down and a spread of complimentary side dishes appears before you even order, refilled happily at no charge, with water yours to pour whenever. A single dish becomes a whole generous meal. A single ordered dish quietly becomes a whole generous spread, refilled happily and free of charge. It is one of the clearest expressions of Korean hospitality at the table. It quietly removes a little daily friction most people never even think to question. The umbrella wrapping machine at entrances is a rainy day stroke of genius. You slide your dripping umbrella in, and it comes out sheathed in a thin plastic sleeve, so no puddles get tracked across the floor. It's a tiny, thoughtful touch nobody else bothers with. It is a tiny, thoughtful touch that almost nobody else in the world bothers with. No dripping umbrella, no puddles tracked across the floor, no slippery entrance. Simple, clever, and completely ordinary here. It is exactly the kind of thing visitors rave about. Delivery to literally anywhere feels almost unreal. You can order food to a park, a riverbank, or wherever you happen to be, and it arrives fast and hot. The convenience of it genuinely reshapes how people spend a day out. The sheer convenience genuinely reshapes how people spend a day out, with hot food arriving wherever they happen to be. Ordering to a park or riverbank feels almost unreal at first. It is the sort of small, humane touch the rest of the world still somehow lives without. The poly speed of everything is astonishing. Home internet gets installed almost immediately, deliveries fly to your door, and official tasks are handled online in minutes. The whole society feels responsive and unstuck. The whole society feels responsive and unstuck, with tasks handled in minutes that would take days elsewhere. That relentless speed is woven into everything from deliveries to paperwork. Once you have experienced it, its absence anywhere else feels genuinely baffling. Around-the-clock availability means life never really shuts down. Convenience stores, cafes, and services stay open at all hours, so whatever you need at an odd time, somewhere is ready. It removes the constant stress of racing to beat closing time. It removes the constant low-level stress of racing to beat a closing time. Whatever you need at an odd hour, somewhere nearby is open and ready. It quietly removes a little daily friction most people never even think to question. The dirt cheap, one-card transit is a marvel. A single tap-and-go card carries you across subways, buses, and taxis for very little, with free transfers along the way. Getting around is cashless, seamless, and remarkably affordable. Getting around is cashless, seamless, and remarkably affordable, with free transfers stitched in along the way. One small tap-and-go card does a surprising amount of work. Simple, clever, and completely ordinary here, it is exactly the kind of thing visitors rave about. The everyday trust borders on unbelievable. People leave a phone or laptop on a cafe table to save their seat, and it simply stays there. That casual, widespread honesty transforms how relaxed daily life feels. That casual, widespread honesty quietly transforms how relaxed and safe daily life feels. Leaving a laptop to hold a cafe seat and finding it exactly where you left it says a lot. It is the sort of small, humane touch the rest of the world still somehow lives without. The heated floor, or ondol, warms the whole home from the ground up. You can sit, eat, and sleep on a cozy warm floor. And because it heats people directly rather than the air, it stays efficient. Once you've felt it, cold floors seem primitive. Once you have felt a warm floor beneath you, cold hard flooring seems genuinely primitive. It heats people directly rather than the air, which keeps it cozy and efficient. Once you have experienced it, its absence anywhere else feels genuinely baffling. The Jimjilbang bundles a spa, sauna, and cheap overnight stay into one. For a modest fee, you get hot baths, sauna rooms, rest areas, and even a warm floor to sleep on. It's comfort, hygiene, and shelter all in one remarkable package. It is comfort, hygiene, relaxation, and shelter bundled into one remarkably affordable package. Few things anywhere deliver so much for so little. It quietly removes a little daily friction most people never even think to question. Instant coffee mix sticks deliver a sweet, creamy coffee in seconds. One perfectly portioned stick stirred into hot water, and you're done. Cheap, fast, and beloved, they're a fixture in every home and office. Cheap, fast, and beloved, they are a fixture in every home, office, and occasion in between. One perfectly portioned stick and a splash of hot water is all it takes. Simple, clever, and completely ordinary here. It is exactly the kind of thing visitors rave about. The digital door lock does away with keys entirely. You tap a code or card to get in, so there's nothing to lose and no lock to fumble in the dark. It's such an obvious upgrade that a metal key feels ancient. There is nothing to lose and no lock to fumble in the dark, which makes a metal key feel ancient. It is such an obvious upgrade that going back feels unthinkable. It is the sort of small, humane touch the rest of the world still somehow lives without. Convenience stores double as service hubs for daily life. You can pay bills, send and collect parcels, top up cards, and get cash, all under one always open roof. They handle a huge array of errands any hour of the day. They handle a huge array of everyday errands under one always open roof, from bills to parcels to cash. The humble corner shop quietly doubles as a service hub. Once you have experienced it, its absence anywhere else feels genuinely baffling. Fast, cheap delivery brings almost anything to your door. Groceries arrive before dawn, orders arrive next day, and the fee is modest and shown up front. Convenience here is simply how daily life works for everyone. Convenience here is simply how daily life works for everyone, not a premium you agonize over. Groceries can even arrive at your door before you wake up. It quietly removes a little daily friction most people never even think to question. The quick-dry laundry system skips the bulky dryer entirely. A foldable rack plus dry indoor air and floor warmth dries clothes fast, then folds flat and disappears. It's cheaper, gentler on clothes, and perfect for apartments. It is cheaper, gentler on clothes, and perfect for compact apartment living. The rack folds flat and disappears the moment the washing is dry. Simple, clever, and completely ordinary here. It is exactly the kind of thing visitors rave about. Slim gap storage turns dead space into useful space. Narrow rolling carts slide into the awkward gap beside the fridge or washer, holding supplies out of sight, yet easy to reach. Nothing is wasted, even the space you didn't know you had. Nothing is wasted, not even the awkward 5-centimeter slot you never knew you could use. It is the classic Korean move of turning dead space into working space. It is the sort of small, humane touch the rest of the world still somehow lives without. Free outdoor exercise equipment sits right in the neighborhood. Parks and walkways are dotted with machines where people of all ages stretch and work out for free. Fitness isn't locked behind a gym membership, it's on your doorstep. Fitness is not locked behind an expensive membership, it is right there on your doorstep for free. People of every age use it casually as part of an ordinary day. Once you have experienced it, its absence anywhere else feels genuinely baffling. Finally, the smart, comfortable public transit touches amaze everyone. Heated and cooled bus shelters, real-time arrival boards, and sliding platform screen doors turn the humble commute into something pleasant and safe. It's quiet, humane design done right. Experience these small, humane touches, and daily life back home starts to feel needlessly harder than it should be. It quietly removes a little daily friction most people never even think to question. Put all 18 together and you understand the particular ache people feel when they leave South Korea. It's not for anything grand, but for 100 small, Genius touches that quietly made life easier, warmer, and more convenient. Each one is a simple, humane fix to an everyday problem. Experience them, and daily life back home starts to feel needlessly harder than it should be. That quiet ache for 100 small, humane conveniences is exactly what people carry home with them. Simple, clever, and completely ordinary here. It is exactly the kind of thing visitors rave about.